So as far as prices are concerned, things are just up there. I was chatting with someone this week and we asked for the price of a block, and I learned it's like 1,000. Just a few years ago, it used to be 250. So that's times 4. Cement is now 10,000 plus. It used to be 3.5. So that's times 3. And I wanted to somebody bought Coke beside me and they bought it for 500. I'm like, what? A bottle of Coke 500, and they say, yeah, you don't. I said, I don't drink it, so I don't know. But I was like, Coke. So it is true, everything is up there. So I think, and likewise, it's virtually everything. I doubt if there's anything that has not. I brought even a asala today. We used to buy it for 100 naira. I bought it for 500. Whoa. So that one is even times 5. So everything is high.
So let's talk about fluctuations in terms of your business model. Is it that you've been able to design a business model that mitigates against any type of fluctuation, or how is it that you are able to stay afloat with the different fluctuations? How is it that you are able to maintain stability?
I think, first of all, information right now is key and is major. Then being able to navigate the system. Now I have probably customers that I wouldn't have had like 2-3 years ago, just because of what the internet is doing. So I'm not limited again to my friends, families, old customers, because of the presence of the internet and what we can do with it.
Internet now?
Yes.
Because I'm thinking
online presence and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So, before you just get customers here and there, but now you can advertise and you will reach people that you don't know, and they are ready to buy. And that's why I said knowledge is important, because even that advertisement on its own is work. You need to know what I was taught, and when I was getting orders, I had to go and switch it off. Yes.
Wait, you had to switch it off because of
so that I will stop the orders. Yes.
Wow.
So that's why I'm saying, even though things are happening, like someone said today that yesterday that the presence of AI is causing people to lose their jobs, and I said yes, but it's also creating new jobs. So on which side are you? Are you like, AI made me lose my you go, oh, or you are like, how can I leverage on this AI? Okay, I'll give you an example. If I want to model my outfit, you make up, you look for light, ring light, you get shoes and bag to match. You do a lot of, some people go as far as even getting models.
Yes.
You pay for all this stuff, good camera, and it's like you need all those things before you can say you have something you can present online. But right now, I can do that in less than 5-10 minutes without leaving my room. So something that used to cost me money now is not costing me again, apart from my phone and my data. I have a phone that can do what the camera would do very well. I get an AI model. It doesn't cost me any.
An AI model now.
Yes. It doesn't cost me.
Sorry, how does that work?
I learned it. I learned it through ChatGPT. I learned it. So, and it's so perfect that last 2 weeks ago, a client called me and like, Auntie Dupe, see, I don't mind you putting my outfit on a dummy, but please don't let people wear my clothes. It was that real that she didn't know that picture she saw wasn't anybody, but just an AI generated. It was that accurate. So I just told her, sorry, nobody wore your clothes. That's AI. She said, what? I said, yes. So it's the most money I will have spent on such things, I can now keep. And I'm just leveraging on technology to do my stuff. Before, I'll be looking for a fat model to wear some big outfit that will not fit me. Now I can do it, and I'm now getting fat people to make orders because they can see what the outfit will look like on them. Unlike before, that is only me, and they just assume she makes clothes for skinny people. But now people are getting to know she can do fat, she can do. So it's increasing the customer base. So that's why I'm saying in the fashion industry, if you know what you're doing, you're likely to get more clients now because you're reaching far, you're reaching all over Nigeria, abroad, and presently my customer base are more outside of Nigeria.
Wow.
Than Nigeria because of technology. So it's I think people should just try and get any industry that you are in. Information is there. Try, give time to it. It doesn't just fall on your laps though, but you need to give time to it. Get enough information that you need, knowledge. Like we talked about capacity in increasing your capacity. If you need mentors, if you need to collaborate, whatever you need to do in your industry that will make you expand, go ahead and do it so that you can at least leverage up with these prices that is flying up like.
So in all that you said now, I've picked about like three things. I heard advertising. I heard, of course, advertising through the use of technology. I heard increasing customer base, and I also heard information. I like to pick you up on this idea of advertising because I wouldn't want to assume that everyone is is on the same level of business level, the same business level. For someone who is thinking right now that okay, advertising, but I just started this business. I'm just here. They are looking at you like, maybe it's because you are one organ madam and all of that. What can they do?
Advertising is supposed to be part of what we do. I think it's basic because there's no point making things that nobody is seeing. You can make beautiful outfit, but if nobody is seeing it, what's the point? So a lot of us feel it's like you having an outfit and you don't want to employ people because you don't want to pay. And so who will do the work? So when you work, people need to see it. Most times I go to work like 10 o'clock because I have work to do on my phone. And some people don't even see that at work. They feel working is cutting, being on the table, sewing. And I'm like, you need to get the orders first before you even start the physical work. So adverts should be part and parcel. It's like sales now. Well, if you have product and you are not selling, you are not in business. So you need to you should budget for it. It should be part of, because it will make you much more. I told you right now, I'm here to switch it back on.
Wow.
I had to stop. And I was like, this is just like, because you just see people calling you from, and the interesting thing is that this generation, I think they are used to buying things online, unlike before. So some people, I will even see their alerts before they chat me.
Wow.
Because they have those trusts. They are not like the old, the trust level is high. So some people can even pay first, then they will now tell you, send you a message like, I just paid now, and I'll be wondering for what. I'll now go and check the chat and see. And there are lots of people like that. People are looking for faster ways of doing stuff. They want somebody that will deliver at their doorstep, which is something I leverage on. There was one I did free delivery. So they are not bothering themselves about how they get, and it's doorstep. And again, GIG came up with another beautiful product, pay on delivery. When I tried that pay on delivery, I'm like, gee, people were just ordering back to back. So you cannot underestimate the work of advertisements. I think it's so, it doesn't, if you have to pay money for it, lots of money, you get it back once you know how. Because I've attended several courses and it was only one that gave me results out of the courses. And the one that gave me result was the least that I paid for. So it's not so much of how much you're paying anyway. It's dependent on the person that is doing the training. So advertisement is key. If you are not advertising, you are shutting yourself off from money that you should be making actually.
I just so that I don't lose the point also. Earlier you talk about customer coming. So try to link it to the question I asked. Is it that the way to deal with price fluctuation such that the price fluctuation doesn't affect you as a business person is to increase customer base? Will that be the right answer?
Yeah, that is one. But guess what? In this industry, your price doesn't have to be small to get more customers.
Your price doesn't have to be
small. In fact, you give people the wrong impression if your costing is too low. There's this mindset that if it's cheap, then it's not valuable. It's not so. But you can have. There's two major players in this industry. You can decide to use pricing and call it luxury. You might have fewer clients, but at the end of the day, because of the cost and the price, you still make your money. On the other hand, you can do general, make your price affordable, and you have more clients. I discovered that at the end of the day, most time the result is the same. Whether it's cheap or it's expensive. Because when you cheap, you get more clients. But when you calculate it, most time it's the difference is not that it's not serious. So my approach, I tried something like 3 years ago when I used pricing, and the way it worked, I'm like, wow. So when prices are low, people can actually rush stuff. So I tried it and it worked out, and I was able to make my money in bulk. I tried the luxury part too. It also worked. And when I checked the difference, it was like the same thing. So I'm like, just choose whichever one that works with you, because those luxury category, they are just like 6 to 8% of the population. So you still have 96, 94 that we are not tapping at all. So it's a good way. If you want to go for the general public, then fine. And if you want to categorize as your luxury shop or whatever, do it. You still make your money, and I can hardly spot the difference in the total input.
Still on this idea of price fluctuation, I think your industry or the type of stuff that you do, it can be regarded as a retail sort of business. Retail. But what about people that are, how shall I put it now, that are not into the retail business? For example, people who are into intellectual stuff. For example, let's say this person writes books. Let's say this person, this person writes books. This person is, let's say, a speaker, right? It's not so much a retail business. It's not so much like bread and beans. It's not so much.
It doesn't look like retail, but it's retail because people are buying your books. So if you advertise your book, like we have seller now. We have a lot of affiliate marketers out there. I saw one girl that advertised her book. I think it was 3,000 something, and the way she did the adverts, what she was saying is not my kind of thing, but I just appreciated what she did because I'm like, this girl is going to sell out. So you can also advertise your book. You can sell it on the internet. You can get affiliate marketers to help you to sell. I just wrote a book 3 days ago, and I launched it. And I have like over 30 people reach out to me yesterday for affiliate.
Wow.
Over 30. And I just wrote it. Was it on Monday? I think I released it on Monday. I'm like, are people watching? So, and why? Because I did adverts. One day I got 30 people that would like to help me to sell. So if you know how to advertise, I think that's the key, is knowing how to advertise. When you advertise and you get the right audience, and probably from your page, they know you to be a speaker, they've been following your content. So when you tell them, I just wrote this ebook, they are likely to want to know more. So I think basically it's advertisement that is cutting people short. They just want to show up on social media every day. Everybody is showing up every day, but what are you doing different? So it's not about showing up, it's about the right audience, the right target. So long you did not you did not buy followers. If your followers are real, they are legit, they followed you on their own terms, no manipulation. When you do an advert, it will hit them because they came voluntarily. They are following you because they like you. They are following you because they like your content. But most people, you will see on their pages 200,000 followers and they can't sell to 500 because most of them are fake. They bought followers and stuff. But even if you have 100 followers and those followers are genuine, whenever you throw out a product, you are likely to sell. So don't be in a hurry to build a page. Don't do shortcuts. Continue. It may take time, but with adverts, it will be faster. Because when you advertise and you target the right people, the right audience, then you are likely to get more followers, not just followers, buyers. Almost all my followers are like my customers. I don't have fake followers. So if you see 1,000, it's because those 1,000 they are there. They are not fake. So you tend to sell. But if you just cook up stuff or you keep borrowing things from other people's pages and people are following you because of that, the time you show your real face, they're like, oh, they'll just opt out. But if you are real, legit, and you're posting something that relates to what you do, by the time you post something that is of benefit, all of them are ready to buy you out. Buy things from you.
The interesting thing about this conversation for today is how we started from price fluctuation and now we are here at advertising, how we are here at followers, how we are here at AI and all of that. But it's interesting and it's quite intriguing for me because I would have thought that you will have made mention of costing, renegotiating, and all of that. But this direction is totally different and it ties into what you said earlier about information. Information. So in this at this time of that we are in this nation, and of course, according to I like to relate it back to what my guests said last week, that this is not the first time this has happened. It has happened before.
It will happen again.
It will happen again. But then you spoke about information, right? So I want to assume that we have different levels of business people. Those that are just starting, those that are sort of in the intermediary, and those that are sort of advanced. They are now like in the big market in fact, people can buy into their stocks and all of that. But this information, when you say information, for all of these times that we are, especially this time that we are in, where prices of things have sort of, doubled, tripled, in depending on the kind of product you want to buy. When you say information, what kind of information should people be looking out for?
Well, we are in different industries. They say we are in the information age. Are you taking advantage of the information? Like, if I want to start my fashion business this year, I just wonder, a lot of people that they want to start fashion, they will first of all think of, okay, let me go and learn sewing. When they are done, they are looking for a shop. They are looking. If I'm to start now, I don't think I'll have a shop. I don't think so.
Why is that?
Because the people we sell to now, they don't care. All they want to see is what you want to sell to them and how they get it. So the everything has changed. It's not traditional again. So if I'm in my house, I don't even need a dummy. I told you. Put the cloth on the hanger, wear it on AI, put it out there. People see it, they order.
Wear it on AI.
No, it's about you selling. It's selling. Who cares? And I can see people still opening shops. They will still decorate. They will still put shelves. They will spend 2 million to get the shop ready, and now they are looking for customers. Customers that are They are not, our customers are not the regular ones again. They are not. So you need to get the right information for your own industry. What is trending? How are they doing? When someone comes to meet me now, Auntie, please help me. I want to set up. And when I tell them you don't need a shop, they are like, because you want in a shop. They can't see it. I'm like, you don't need it. The only reason I'm keeping my shop right now is because I have physical customers that are used to the bespoke kind of thing. If it's just ready to wear, I don't need one. Because my customers, I told you, those people, they don't care. They are like, hello. I'm like, my catalog is there. Everything is online. They pick, they send to me. And before you blink, the money has entered you. I'm like, they're not even afraid. I think that's the way they are brought up. If anybody should ask me, please, where is your shop location? I can guess the person's age. I will guess, I will know this person is maybe 40, 50, 60. But these ones, they don't care. They don't even care whether you're going to take their money or I don't know. But they just call you and, just deliver on time. And the good thing is that, funny enough, most of the customers I got online since like 2 years now, they are still patronizing me up to now.
Wow.
So I think there is another thing. You need to be trustworthy. And you need to deliver on time. I mean, I think I've been able to retain them based on that. So they are not one-time customers. I hardly have a one-time customer. I have a lot of return customers. I have customers that have been with me for 30 years, and there are many.
30 years.
Yes, and there are many.
30 years.
Yes, and they are still coming. Wow. So we talk. It's not a fling. It's not just you just want their money and you are off. No,
there's value.
There's
integrity,
value, all those little things that we overlook. They really matter because return customers make you a lot, but it doesn't stop you from advertising. So when it comes to knowledge, industry varies. Sit down. Just sit down. In this industry that I'm in, how can I make much more? Just ask ChatGPT. No, ask. You'll be shocked the result that you get. So, and look for people that are also in the industry. Check out what they're doing. Those have been there before you, how they arrived there. Look for their mistakes. Try to correct it from your own end. Like generally, tailors disappoint. I think that is, but it's a slang now. If you don't want to be disappointed, go to Silk and Purple. I would rather not sleep, but I will deliver your work. So those are little things that people just feel already. When I drive my staff, at times they get angry, but I'm like, it doesn't matter. All I want is that person should walk in right now and their work is ready. How I get it done is none of that customers. So that people just feel, well, I'm tired and they leave it. Or we should wear it tomorrow and they leave it. Or what's your business? All I know is I want it ready by the time the persons come around. So little things like that kinds of boost our business. So if you want information, go online. If you think there are people in your industry that they are doing well, go and ask questions so that you too can leverage on. You don't have to make the same mistake or reinvent the wheel. Just take it off from where they stop. Like I talk about advertisement now. You are in the fashion industry. I'm just telling you now that when you advertise, some people still won't think of coming to ask. So those are little things that you just leverage on. Just get to know how you do things better. That's what information does.
And the interesting thing about what you just said now is that part where it's mention of integrity, how you have to be trustworthy and how you have to maintain your values and systems as an entrepreneur, because that was a major part of the discussion last week too. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Loretta was sharing our own part of you saw.
Yes, I heard it. Yeah.
Where a part of the value chain of that business is people mixing the original and fake together to sell to people.
Yes.
So my question now then is that at a time when business people, most business people are panicking And the panicking is leading them on to lose their integrity, lose their value, lose standards that basic standards that help them to stand out and just to do right by the customer. You said you told the customer, because the customer walks in Sunday evening, let's say 5 p.m., and you told the customer 5 p.m. on Wednesday you'll get it done, but somehow you just do one wuru to the answer just because you wanted to meet up with that time, or you just had to, you put your phone on airplane mode, all of that. How have you been able to remain grounded in the same values that held you down, regardless of the times and seasons? I would have imagined that, okay, because of the way things are, man, what can we do? Let's just mix this, mix that. Let's rearrange stuff. Let's just begin to reduce some will even say, let's reduce the quality so that we can meet up. How have you been able to remain grounded regardless of the times?
Systems. Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah. Okay. Like I told you that I switched off the adverts. That's something, because you should know what you can carry and what you can cope. I will have enjoyed, people are just making orders, and I'll just be collecting it. Whether it's ready or not, whether I disappoint or not, you just say, they are paying, I'm collecting. No. Once I had enough that I knew my staff could undo, I switched it off. When I'm done and ready, I'll put it back on. So things may not always be that easy, but I tell you, people are not foolish. They know those that are true. People can feel you from afar. So they know whether you are real, whether you are... So you may think you are cutting corners, but you are just changing yourself. Because before you know it, they will get... Most of the things people know about me, I didn't tell them. Someone somewhere told them, oh, you want... if you want... you better, most people when they come, most of them, I don't even know them, but I'm not. Somebody somewhere told them, because even my out office, you can't see any advert per se, apart from the name on the building. So most time people come in, not because I know them, but because somewhere, so because you satisfy someone. It goes far. There is nothing, apart from the online, when we come to physical presence, mouth, they call it
word of mouth.
Word of mouth. It's so powerful. It's so. In fact, I've lost touch of somebody. In fact, when they even tell me the person that sent, I don't even know the person. That's how funny it can be. So, be true to yourself. Don't cut corners. At times, I can do a business and I can make a loss.
How's that? Because
the person called me right now. I just bought this thing last week for 30,000. And I told the person 30,000. And I got to the market and they're like, Silk, hey, when I did, I finally bought it for 40. And I'm like, I put a call through. And the person said, but you said 30,000. I said, but I won't argue with you. I will go ahead, do your job, and I will deliver. And I won't cut corners. Most time when I do that, I'm sure maybe they too go to find out and they discover, it's true. And she's still, such customers, the way they will stick to you, it will look as if you did juju. So at times, you make few losses here and there in the course of the work.
Few losses.
Bear it. But, people, at times, you may want to enforce the fact that it is because and you lose people. So it's not all the time that you are into telling people. At times, maybe you get a fabric and you feel that, I don't like the result of this. I might just pack it up and do something entirely new. And you will never know. But at the end of the day, the customers must be certain. Customers are business. They are our business. Without them, we don't have anything. So if it's going to cost you time, it will cost you sleepless nights, if it will cost you overtime, just do it. I can notice from people in this generation, they don't really care. If they can't do that, they will just say, I didn't get transport, and that is it. and they won't bother to deliver. That's bad. Go out of your way, satisfy your customer. It's not all the time that such orders come. It's just once in a while. But when it does, go ahead. Inconvenience yourself a little. Go out of your comfort zone and satisfy them. When you do that, you will think they are not watching, but they are watching.
I love how you give us this example of how you go to the market to say that you spoke with a customer, it's 30,000 naira, but then you went to the market, you say it's another price, right? Now, this process of bearing, some will tell you that, but I've been bearing it. These price fluctuations just keep happening and happening.
Then you've learned something. Like from that day that happened, you order something. If I'm to buy it for you, I won't tell you the price until I get to the market because of what is happening now. Before, you can buy something from January to December and it should be the same price. If it changes, maybe one funny, ridiculous that you don't mind bearing. But right now, you can't predict anything. So once I get the order and I have to buy the materials, I'll tell you when I get to the market. I'll let you know. So just to cut things like that from happening again. So that's what I do now. Anytime I go to the market, I'll just tell, please stay online. Yeah, stay online. So I'll just tell them so I'll get them the current price and I'll get my money so it doesn't happen again. But I'm just telling you that occasionally when things happen that you have to, not because of your customer's fault and not because of yours, and it's something you can bear, knowing fully well that you will still get more orders, just let it go.
Interesting. I think this next question, I think I know the answer, but I'll still ask. Because of how things are moving, and of course, I think you've also touched on that a while, and I think that's why I think I know the answer. What would you say has been the most, in terms of the expense you run for your business activities now, and of course of the way things are in the economy right now? What has been the most noticeable change in your expenses in the last
generally
8 years?
The materials are more expensive. In fact, where I buy my materials, I buy in bulk. So most times the guy just give me my bill at the end of the month. So it's not even but I noticed like 100K on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, on it. So is that much? Of course, fuel. So that means you have to plan your time now. Before I can, maybe from home, I go to the market, go to work. But now I'm reducing my movement. So it's like I have to gather enough so that probably I'll make it once a week. Just reduce so that I don't burn fuel. I even had to change my car because I don't want to burn fuel. Well, people say you're driving, that's your business. The purpose of my car is to take me from home to work, and I'm okay. So whatever I drive is no. So I cut down on stuff like that. Even the electricity, the way we manage it now, before we're always using generator and stuff like that. Now I discovered I can use gas to iron and do stuff like that. So I switched. At the end of the day, my product is still coming out fine. It's heat that I need. How I generate the heat is my problem. So little things, little changes like that I do. So just to cut down on my cost.
So let's talk about the economic anxiety part. Have you, as an individual, away from business, have you as an individual ever had the time where the economy got to a point where you were actually afraid, where you're actually anxious?
Well, I think that will bring us back to faith. Maybe because I know some things. Maybe because I know some things. So it's not my thing.
Wow.
No, it's not my thing.
Okay, but so again then, what do you think makes people anxious when we face these times? And of course, I think I also asked last week also, but from your own end, what would you say is the cause when things like this happen? Let's say, of course, we witnessed. Thankfully, I think, in my own opinion, I think some things have been able to stabilize over time, especially fuel. Now, I think the highest we've had it is still 955 as against 1,000, 1,001. Then we you come back to 1,000 again, 1,002, 1,001 again. But then I think it has been able to stabilize between 800 and 900. Thankfully, which has also affected the price of some things to be somewhat, I wouldn't want to use stabilized, but is the changes are not that sharp, right? But then what causes people to be anxious during economic changes? Is it that is it because it reduces their financial power, or is it because of uncertainty of what will happen?
For me, it's my faith factor.
Faith factor.
Number one, I know God. When people talk about hope, they say it's an anchor. Paul said, I've learned to abase, I've abounded, and stuff like that. It's not what happens that actually affect people. It's who they are.
Who they are.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah, it's who they are. Everything that is happening around, it's not like I don't see it or I can't hear it. But deep inside, I know I have a God that is faithful, that He has said in His word, He will not leave me nor forsake me. He will provide all my needs according to His riches in glory. So I know He will take care of me. I'm at peace as far as that is concerned. What I do daily is obeying instruction. He said I should walk, and I'm walking. I'm obeying what He says I should do. So the onus is on Him to provide. And from my understanding, we don't see what we do daily as a miracle because we're getting used to it. But I know because of who He is, and I understand my covenant rights under God. If I need something, I pray and I leave it at that. And I know it will happen. I've tried it over and over and over and over. And it has always... So I know it will show up for me. So that kind of give me peace. So I'm not afraid of what? I'm not afraid. I know He will take care of me. Everything that I've been doing so far is it by my power. And another thing that I've learned is sending the ministering spirit on assignment. And whenever I'm stuck or I feel I don't know what to do, I just pray, ministering spirit, go forth, empowered, unhindered, and bring to physical manifestation the perfect will of God concerning this. And it always happen. They will deliver. They said they are angels. They are meant to minister to us. So the idea of even feeling agitated is a sign that you don't trust God. Because if you trust God, you will know. When it will give you. It will give you. All you need to do is do your own part. At least do something. He said it will bless the work of your hand. What are you doing? Because if you are not doing anything, there is nothing for me to bless. Most times, I need something, and even the customers that comes in, I will know that these people are from God. I don't know how He does it, but we just push them. And you just see that before the deadline, I don't know how He does it, but I have what I want. With that, I'm at peace. I know He will not leave me. I know I will not lack anything good. It's there. The mindset needs to be correct. Because most times, what you believe, you attract. When you fear, when you are afraid, you are already attracting the wrong spirit. And the devil will leverage on your ignorance. When you wake up in the morning and like, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí n what? Has He not said He will not leave you? So when we pray prayer like, please God, don't leave me, that's not a prayer. It's an insult on God. Because you are telling God, I don't believe you said I will not leave you. So there are some prayer we shouldn't even pray. You're going down in the morning, Father, I thank you for today. I thank you because I'm blessed. I'm thank you because goodness and mercy follows me. Your favor follows me. And you begin to experience it. You see money come to you. You attract it because you believe it. But if your state of mind is like, it will attract the other side. And you'll be wondering what is happening. Because you already believe, Nigeria, the people are not making it in Nigeria. You believe it. So it will happen. But when you know that God has promised you that He will provide all your needs, and you need something, then you are expectant. Daddy, I want this. Before you know it, something will just cook up somewhere. It can be a call. It can be an order. And guess what? Most time when we pray, we don't act as if we are involved in the prayer. God, I need 1 million. Once I say I need 1 million, my brain begins to think of how. You don't just say I need 1 million, then you sit as if you want it to drop from heaven. Once I say that, I open up my heart. Which idea? What do you want me to do? What's dropping? Do I come up with a new product? Do I allow my brain to open up and listen. At times, it can be the instruction. I can be going through my catalog, and I'll just feel like, post this. And when I post it, others will just begin to fly. And I'm like, before you know it, I count it. What I need is done. So we shouldn't just pray and be expecting it to drop. As in, God should just bring it. No. There is a part of you. There's something you should do. If you are selling something for 5,000 naira and you need 100,000, you just need to sell how many copies? So when you pray, you should have that mentality that buyers will come to buy enough to make up for what you need. As against you just pray and you are waiting. Alert should just drop on your phone. Somebody should just know. Most time when you pray like that, follow it up with action. Be ready to receive ideas. Be ready to receive direction. It may be where you go to. You may meet someone and it's like, are you still, and before you know it, they just give you, go and do this, and you're like, and I'll just speak and say, thank you, Jesus, because I know that was it. He just answered my prayer. So He always answer your prayer by giving you something to do. It's never vague. So once you pray, you tell God, do this, do that, be open, because He can talk to you anyhow. He can send people. He can make you do stuff. At times you can even do all night to achieve something, as in working. But at the end of the day, you will get it. But never just do prayer and that is all. It doesn't happen like that. I think that is the missing link. A lot of people just pray and they believe, they keep hoping that one day, before you know it, months, years is rolling. You think God is not answering. Meanwhile, He has sent how many people to you, how many opportunities, and you just keep missing it. What else do you want God to do? I watched a drama some time ago, very, very long time ago. And the person, I think he had a dream that God said He was going to visit him or something like that. And there comes somebody on his door knocking. He just sent the person away, dismissed the person. And in the night, he was now asking again that, God, you said you were coming to visit me. He said, I came. Was he expecting God to come down from heaven and appear? He would have, sent someone. I said, that was me. You drove me away this afternoon when I came to your doorstep. I was like, and God was like, are you expecting me? Do you get? Yeah. Are you expecting me to come down from heaven physically? So we should be open-minded when we ask and when we pray, because He's going to appear. How He will do it, you may not know, but you need to be. Just practice it. You pray. Make sure you are listening. Make sure you may even hit your leg on something. If I hit my leg, I'm angry because I want to know, why must I hit my leg? We should be that sensitive that why should I hit my leg? So we should be that sensitive. Things shouldn't just fly anyhow and you feel it's bad. No. Let's question things and let's take advantage of stuff.
Thank you for that powerful moment right there. And part of what you also said was trusting in God. And we live in a time where it's crazy now because it just feels as though money is the god of so many people.
Yeah.
And it feels as though the only thing many of us are living for is money, money, money. Especially young people like us. I'm still young. Young people like us. It's just there are things we want to do, and of course, let me use myself as an example, right? You have these ideas, you have these things you want to do, but then you're looking at where you are currently. You also look at the state of things in your environment. You always get to that point where it just looks hopeless. Like, what is then the really, what is the hope in all of this, right? To say before you never can tell now. You yes, you don't have it, but for example, you say, okay, I think I can get this, so let me try and save. You save up to that point, you realize that the price has gone.
Yeah.
Then you wonder, okay, so what should I go and kill myself? Should I die? Should I kill myself? Because this is the only way that I at least I know for now that can get me. And it gets it gets to a point where it just makes you hopeless to say, what then is it? What then is the way?
See, let me answer that question.
Right.
A lot of people are stuck right now because of the way we were programmed. Our schooling system helped to navigate this thing. We have been trained to get knowledge, then look for where to work, and then we get paid. It's a system. That's the way most Nigerians are wired. Now, I remember sharing this sometime. Money is not paper.
Yes, you've said that over and over. You reiterated that over.
You need to get it. Money is not paper. And what most people are looking for is cash. Money is value. If you want to have money, leave money alone, the physical cash. Look for something that you can do that will bless